The following presentation provides a brief overview of good clinical practice, ICHE 6, R3, and is not intended to replace formal good clinical practice training. This presentation should only be used for those roles listed in Table 7 of the ABBRUPT Protocol. Good clinical practice, GCP, is an international ethical and scientific quality standard for designing, recording and reporting trials that involve the participation of human subjects. Compliance with this standard provides public assurance that the rights, safety and well-being of trial subjects are protected and that clinical trial data are credible. GCP applies to all aspects of research. A clinical trial of an investigational medicinal product, CTIMP, looks at the safety or efficacy of a medicine, foodstuff or placebo in humans, as defined by the Medicines for Human Use, Clinical Trials, Amendment, Regulations 2025. ABBRUPT is classed as a CTIMP because it is comparing amiodarone to beta blockade. There are 11 principles of GCP. 1. Clinical trials should be conducted in accordance with the ethical principles that have their origin in the Declaration of Helsinki and that are consistent with good clinical practice, GCP, and applicable regulatory requirements. 2. Informed consent is an integral feature of the ethical conduct of a trial. Clinical trial participation should be voluntary and based on a consent process that ensures participants are well informed. 3. Clinical trials should be subject to objective review by an institutional review board, IRB, Independent Ethics Committee, IEC. 4. Clinical trials should be scientifically sound for their intended purpose and based on robust and current scientific knowledge and approaches. 5. Clinical trials should be designed and conducted by qualified individuals. 6. Quality should be built into the scientific and operational design and conduct of clinical trials. 7. Clinical trial processes, measures and approaches should be proportionate to the risks to participants and to the reliability of trial results. 8. Clinical trials should be described in a clear, concise and operationally feasible protocol. 9. Clinical trials should generate reliable results. 10. Roles, tasks and responsibilities in clinical trials should be clear and documented appropriately. 11. Investigational products used in a clinical trial should be manufactured in accordance with applicable good manufacturing practice, GMP, standards and be stored, shipped and handled in accordance with the product specifications and the trial protocol.